Welcome back to the Animation Weekly Recap.
Oh, that's what you do to look pro.
Yeah,
Recap.
Put me on the mic.
Oh, too loud, probably.
Oh. Sorry. Anyways, welcome back. How are you doing? We missed you, and what can we say except you're welcome. Welcome back, and happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. We hope you guys are having
We're filming
the
this
bestest day.
on my anniversary. I've been married for 36 years.
Way to make
today.
it about yourself and not about the nation.
And
we're talking about...
This will come out, I was getting there, on the 4th. So hopefully everybody is enjoying family time.
Yeah, we hope you guys
on the lake,
are getting
river, whatever.
all tanned up. Maybe you're on the beach. Maybe you're on the lake.
Pool.
Maybe you're at the pool. Maybe you are chilling.
Or you have an animation deadline. You are at your desk right now listening to us.
This is so true, which is probably more realistic.
Yeah, we appreciate that too.
We appreciate it. Last year, we had a tough 4th of July, so I'm very excited for this 4th of July because it's my favorite 4th of July is my favorite holiday.
I'm trying to remember why it was tough. I don't remember.
We were on a trip and everybody got the stomach flu. Quite literally everybody except for me, my fiance, and Lexi. And me and Lexi and my fiance bounced out early. We were like, we're out of here. We're not catching this. We left Lexi's husband with y'all because he was sick.
Yep.
And so I spent my 4th of July doing the thing I hate most on an airplane. And then you're landing during fireworks, and it was a bit scary.
Oh, was it? It wasn't beautiful?
Everybody else was like, this is so beautiful, and I was like,
it's gonna hit the wing.
I hate it. I know, and there was like none near it. I hate airplanes.
I thought a bird flying into the engine was bad. Here you go.
No, it's kind of crazy that we were landing around 8 p.m. Like,
what, you thought they would plan
well,
around?
just think about the logistics. There's a fireworks show to be had.
Yeah, but I think
Anyways.
they can't do it over the airport, and they're higher than the fireworks until
But they
then.
come in.
I know, but I'm sure they have a planned out flight plan.
I don't know. But anyways, we hope you're having the best 4th of July ever. I know I will be. I know that's right. Have you heard that?
No.
I know that's right.
Is that supposed to mean what?
Well, it's from a song, but now they say it all the time.
Meaning?
I'm just always like,
if
you're like, I'm so excited to go. I'm so excited for the 4th of July. I would say, I know that's right. I know that's right. Like hyping you up.
Uh-huh. Got you.
I know that's right.
Like you're saying, I agree.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. But a better way of saying it.
Yeah. So if you're new to this podcast, or I'm going to say it, I am an animation veteran, 36 years in the animation field. She is a lot newer to it. We both work at Pencilish Animation Studios. And what she does is she goes out and surprises me with just the news articles of the week, some of the juicier ones. And then we discuss
I try, but geez.
And we come at it from different points of view.
Jeez, like animation, like seriously.
What's going on?
Won't give us tea.
Well,
except for maybe Article 1.
Sometimes they're just news information. It doesn't have to be tea all the time.
I know, and that's like not what I'm doing this for. Like, I didn't come here to report news.
By the way, this show was Ansley's idea. She came up with this. I loved it immediately. I knew there was nothing like it on YouTube.
With my job in animation, I'm forced to understand animation.
Right.
Forced. And then I thought, but I love tea. And then I thought, we need content on YouTube. That's also part of my job.
Right.
Let's just do it all.
Right.
But unfortunately, there's not always tea. And that's like those days that's when I show up. I'm a little bit tired. I'm not really feeling up to it. Those are those days.
Did you find anything juicy
No,
today?
actually not really. Except for like one thing. But I have a personality today because I'm going to a vineyard after this.
Are you?
So, yeah. Birthday party.
Oh, that's very nice. Arlington?
Arrington. Yeah.
Good.
So I'm going to have myself a time. So that's why I'm okay. But anyways, let's get into it. Article 1. Probably the only tea that there is to report. James Lang officially takes the reins at Cartoon Brew, an introduction to the site's newish owner. So James Lang...
Is this his picture there?
Yeah, it has this picture.
Oh, another bald guy in animation. Yeah.
I mean, not even in animation, in journalism.
Okay. Anyway.
I would say in journalism. But yeah, Amidi posted a video yesterday kind of explaining he's leaving. It's been bought out by James Lang, and James Lang is going to try and like continue on the tradition. Which, by the way, that is not the most tea out of this all. That is not what I thought Amid would look like.
Oh, really?
He's kind of like skinny.
Yeah, he is thin. Yeah, you're right.
And maybe kind of looks like a short king. I don't know.
I think he used to be heavier, so
he looks really petite and frail.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just like that. I don't know what it was, but I pictured him to be like bigger,
like taller and
both.
Yeah, because you look up to him.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
no.
funny.
I think it's just because I don't know what it was. Actually, it's just like, you know how you have just an image in your head for somebody.
Yeah.
That wasn't my image, but
no.
Anyway, so yeah, James Lang is taking over Cartoon Brew. He has written about 1,500 articles for Cartoon Brew, and on top of that, he's written 1,900 for Variety. So he says he's very familiar with the status quo that has made this site so important to so many people, and my number one objective is to maintain the fierce independence and honesty that Amid and co-founder Jerry Beck established for Cartoon Brew 21 years ago.
That's right. I'd totally forgotten Jerry had started it with Amid way back when. Jerry Beck is like an animation historian. He broke off at some point and started his own website, news website. So I have a feeling they had a falling out. Cause like,
oh, really?
Why
Where's the news website? Because I'm looking for more.
I don't know if it's still around. I don't know if his lasted. I just remember that happening.
Well, he said, as people have learned about this transition, the number one question asked has been, what are you going to do differently? The answer for now is not much, at least not intentionally. My background is in B2B trade journalism, business to business.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just need to
thank you for,
just in case you didn't, did you know that? Be honest.
I did.
Really?
I actually did. Yes.
Really? I'm shocked.
Yeah.
And that may show in some of my writing. I also aim to up our output to 4 to 5 stories daily, but that will take time.
Oh, okay.
Please do, because we need news.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, yeah. I don't know why the transition really happened. I just don't know if Amid was like, okay, I'm ready to.
Here's what I'm interested in. I don't know either. My assumption, Amid didn't say why he was leaving, any of that. I have my own assumptions.
What are they? Spill.
Knowing Amid, and I don't know him super well, but I've been reading a lot of his articles for years. He's very opinionated. He's also somebody that's very much sort of on the side of the art side, I guess, of animation, more than the business, you could say. I think he's definitely spotlights the business.
And he's similar to me, where he hates the change that's happening.
AI, right? Is that what yeah. I wonder if knowing him and his, he hates, because he can be very negative. And I think we've seen that in his articles. He tends to always go toward the T, but also the negative side.
That's why I like his articles.
I know, I bet. And then he also tends to go toward, people first, machines last, you know what I mean? And so, which we kind of all...
Reason number 20, I love Amid. And I also feel like he does real journalism to me. He finds tea in any situation, whether there is some or not. And that, to me, that's journalism.
Yeah, he does, and I'll say this, because what I was going to disagree with that is just finding tea isn't what it's all about.
To me,
I know it is. But he's very factually based. He does his research. He's always been really good about that. There's not a lot of journalism in the world anymore that cares about facts and doing the research and all that. And I really feel like, as strange as it is to say, Cartoon Brew is one of the last,
I know. I hope it doesn't lose
quality
that.
Journalism. And it sounds like this guy, and he has worked for Cartoon Brew, this new guy that's taking over. He's not only written articles, but I think he was, an editor for a little while too.
Yeah, I think he was the editor-in-chief.
Yeah, so
used to be.
It's probably won't feel much different, except for maybe the negative edge will kind of come off,
which I kind of hate.
No, I wouldn't mind that a bit. So
no, I feel like the opposite. I feel like everybody news-wise, or animation news-wise is what I mean. Because I know everything else, like, obviously, regular news channels are very polarized and, like, towards, you know, kind of talk like a mid, you know?
Yeah.
But news for animation-wise, I feel like it's just, like, they literally go and reword a press release. And it's so boring. And I do...
reword it. You're right. Honestly,
they just put out the press release. And, like, nothing's opinionated in the animation world, I feel like. When I read things, like, it's always being nice, whether they should or shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just feel like I actually do like Cartoon Brew because, like, there's actual opinions behind, like, they might put out the press release and then they'll put, like, Amid's thoughts under it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I appreciate that because I feel like there's nothing telling you what everybody else is feeling, and he's kind of a good voice for that, especially when, like, he'll put out articles about AI and everybody puts it out, like, so exciting, and he's being honest about what this is doing for animation and stuff, and I like seeing that.
Yeah. I will say that I think he likes more artsy kind of entertainment, and so not always celebrating sort of a Disney movie or something like that. I know that's right now it's popular not to like Disney movies.
I would say that's not true.
I'm saying even 10, 15 years ago, I feel like he didn't celebrate the big, you know, stuff. Is that what we're going to talk about next?
Article 2, and it's from him, and it's cheering on a feature film.
Okay.
On Netflix, just saying.
I'm all about this one. All right, Article 2. Good luck, Amid. I hope you do well.
Yeah, and good luck, James Lang.
Yeah. We need Cartoon Brew. Keep going.
Keep it going, please. Okay, Article 2, also Cartoon Brew. Actually, all three today are.
Are they?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Animation Magazine, boring.
Yeah, they are.
KPop Demon Hunters launches at number 2 globally on Netflix.
I am such a geek about K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm already watching it a second time.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Wait,
is that a surprise? It's so well done. It's funny. I have 4 daughters. They were not into this. I can't say that equates to why I like this. I will
not
say,
at all. I don't even...
But it's a female cast, so I'm using that very loosely, that's one of my connection
Maybe if
points.
it came out when we were younger, yeah.
But these are Korean girls. It's K-pop. So, and they're all... But it's very Americanized, very Western culture for sure. They live here in the U.S., I assume. Actually, I never thought about that. Where this takes place in the movie. Yeah,
maybe they don't really like... No. Should I?
It's funny. It's got a good story to it, and it's good against evil and all that, but done in a funny way. And they kind of make fun of, but also celebrate at the same time, basically the K-pop world.
Really?
Because there's a guy group that comes out, and the demons disguise themselves as a K-pop boy band.
I think this is a
Does
great
that hook
idea.
You right there?
No, not that story in general, but I was going to say,
yeah.
I think it's a really good idea that they're doing this in general because, of course, there's so many movies out about like boy bands and girl groups and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But K-pop especially is like so big right now that I think it's a good idea. That was all I was going to say.
Oh.
But it's done really well. It racked... on their first 3 days, 9.2 million views and 15.4 million viewing hours. Second in line to, what was it? The Plankton, the movie, the spinoff of SpongeBob. Okay. That was out in March. But it's second behind that.
In the animation category?
In Netflix, yeah.
But not of all movies. You're saying of...
No, I think it's
animation.
Just an animation.
Just because, that came out a while ago.
But that was in its first weekend in March.
Oh, you're saying comparing their releases.
It's comparing it as a number 2.
Oh.
Yeah, but this I think is doing really well, and I'm very excited. That was my whole story.
I love it. I'm telling you, everybody on my Instagram right now, because it's all animation people.
Is it all raving? Like people are raving?
It's all K-pop. It's all this. It's either people that worked on it and they're showing their work. Hey, here's a concept piece I did, whatever.
Yeah, it was done by Sony.
Yeah, and or it's just fan art I'm doing my version of K-pop. I actually wanted to do some fan art for it, but I was just like, I got other things, you know. I did another fan art thing, and I only had time for one. But man, it's a very smart show. It's really well done. I'm telling you, you have to watch it.
Okay, maybe I'll go watch it.
And you will crack, even if you know a little bit about K-pop, because I know very little.
I don't. I just know it's kind of...
But you have to know enough to go, why do the guys have their hair in front of their eyes? And, you know, like all the little
like
nuances of like, this guy's got pink hair and all that. Like you could tell they're copying certain
I know
people.
nothing about K-pop.
You don't have to. That's what I'm saying. But you just have to think it's an interesting culture, and then
I do think that. Like,
and fan culture. Fan culture it's the same, but
fan culture is crazy there
to the extreme, right?
Yeah.
So it's so fun.
Okay, maybe I'll watch and we will do a review.
I would love
a recap and review.
I'm watching
if I
the
do
second
that,
time right
will
now.
you watch Elio?
When it comes on Disney Plus? Well, yeah, I would. I don't want to go pay a ticket to go see it, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Have you?
I thought you were supposed to support. No, but I would. Maybe. It'd have to fit in my busy schedule, and it's already really tight.
I don't know. You know,
I don't know if
Elio,
I can
you can tell what happened there, and I've heard good things. I want to just say this isn't a review, really.
We already did this last week. Are you going to go back to it?
I've heard good comments. I hope it's good. I think it sounds okay, right? But I don't know. I think it just was so taped together and band-aided as they were making changes.
Band-aided?
Yeah.
Are you saying that literally?
Well, using Band-Aids? Oh, because of his eye thing? Yeah. Wow. No,
they couldn't figure out the design for the other eye, so they put a Band-Aid over it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I think that was funny.
It's funny. It's
imagine.
Cute. Just imagine.
Just imagine. Okay, well, I guess this kind of puts us into Article 3 because Article 3 is also very connected.
Is it about K-pop?
No, but it's about like Netflix. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Article 3.
3.
Netflix releases animation calendar for second half of 2025. And boy, is it shocking.
It's all the new things that are going to come out.
It's extremely impressive, as says Amidi.
Wow.
Well, he says remarkably.
R.I.P.
I know, literally. I love seeing his name up there. It's not the same seeing James Lang. James Lang. I want Amidi.
He did have a cool name.
I know. His parents were literally like, let's just drop the I.
Yeah. Amidi. That was their first choice. They're like, no, wait. Amidi.
They're like, get this.
Yeah.
You drop the I.
Take the I off the first name.
Anyways. Okay, Netflix dropped their slate, and this is for the second half of 2025 just for animation, and it's a lot. Yeah. And it's very exciting. It has 4 adult films, one being The Long Story Short, that's by the BoJack Horseman people. One being Fixed, which is one that I was referring to last week when we were talking about adult animation. It's about the dog.
Yeah.
It looks crazy and very crude. You would hate it.
I have a bunch of friends that actually Uncle Tony was asked to work on it, and he turned it down.
I bet he did.
Because he heard what it was about. And he was like, sorry, can't do that.
I'd rather work on that than the one about
and then I heard another really, this is a little, here's some tea. Little tea. Another big time animator was asked to work on, no, not Glenn Keane, but a big time former Disney animator was asked to work on it.
No one said Glenn Keane, but okay.
I just don't want you to
asked to work on Fixed?
Yeah, and that person wasn't told by that producer who he's friends with what it was about. Just, it's Gendy Tartakovsky, whatever his name is, the
Wouldn't
director.
he know once he's working on it?
I'm in. Let's do it. Signs the contract. Then they tell him, by the way, it's rated R. It's about, you know what I mean? And
I feel like that's kind of a him problem.
I know. I don't know why.
You should ask questions.
I think he jumped in because he heard who was directing it and that saw some designs that looked fun.
What other stuff is that guy known for? The director.
He said
is it rated R
he
stuff?
felt a little deceived that they purposely didn't tell him. You know.
Did he ask?
Well,
it goes both ways.
No, he didn't ask.
Exactly.
I think he just assumed.
I mean, if you are assuming people are hiding stuff for you, like the return is, well, did you ask them and then they hid it? Like, or are you just saying that?
He stuck with it. He needed a gig. I mean, you know, and we all get that.
Can you whisper in my ear who it is?
Who it was?
Yeah.
Did you hear me? You didn't hear me, did you?
Oh,
I'm not gonna.
Wait.
Okay. No.
Oh. No. I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Wait, so who is this director? Is he known for doing rated R stuff?
No, he has done some adult-ish stuff because he does Prime. What is it? Primal? The Caveman. You probably don't know that one, but it's on Adult Swim. This is more violent.
Oh, Adult Swim.
This has more sexual.
Okay, so
stuff,
first off, another hint, like maybe he should have asked. Because it's not like, Tom Bancroft, who's scared of curse words, is making a film. I'm jumping in.
I'm not scared.
You are literally terrified. So then sure, I would be like, okay, that's weird. But you're working with somebody who's had work on Adult Swim and stuff, which is for adults. Like, maybe you should ask first. If you're worried about your morals being involved, ask.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, most of his career was not adult stuff. He has done one or two things, but I know.
Okay, anyway, so it's a big list, and they also have a huge anime list, family films. One was K-pop, one was In Your Dreams, one is the Twits. And then
In Your Dreams. That's out now, right?
No, it's November 14th, and they did link in a trailer. Oh, wait, not that one. Yeah, down here, and apparently it says, keep an eye out for In Your Dreams, which promises to be one of Netflix's strongest feature animation entries of the year.
Oh, wow.
So if that's going to be behind K-pop, like, they have a lot to...
Yeah, I've heard good things about In Your Dreams.
Yeah, so that, and then there's a whole long list of kids and family series. So check that out on Cartoon Brew. I'll link it below if anything, like, shows to you. There's some returning series, some that are new series. In
Gabby's
general,
Dollhouse season 12.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Fairly Odd Parents, love them.
Oh, Cocomelon Lane season 5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then some of the Dr. Seuss stuff is coming back, but then there's new stuff as well. So I think that will be good. It does say some stats. Netflix is also releasing 4 animated feature films between now and the end of the year. K-pop Demon Hunters, which is now dropped. Fixed, In Your Dreams, and The Twits. To put this into perspective, the 5 major Hollywood studios, Disney, Warner Brothers, Universal, Sony, and Paramount, are releasing 4 fully animated films throughout all of 2025. Netflix alone is distributing more feature animation in 6 months than all of Hollywood's combined output in 2025.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy.
Love that, Netflix. Thank you.
Someone had to do it. Netflix, call us up. We've got you for your next feature. I know at this point, expectations are high. People are just going to expect you to continue to deliver. But don't worry, because we're here to help you deliver, and we have a great idea up our sleeve.
We got you.
We've got you.
Got you covered.
Why are we speaking? Last week we were speaking to the guy at Disney, whatever the COO.
Yeah, we were.
We should be talking to Netflix. What are we doing?
I know. You know, I've always heard Netflix doesn't pay a lot.
Yeah.
It's funny. I just had a more of a, not really a meeting, more of a casual meeting with Sergio, who is the director, Pablos, who has Spa Studios in Spain, and he has his film Klaus that he put out a while back on Netflix, and he was kind of giving me some scoops. I can't really talk about any of it. I don't know why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
But I will say that, you know, they used to really throw money at animation, live action. You know, we all know that.
Like during the Klaus time?
Yeah, about 2020-ish, right? Like, and maybe a little bit before that. They were really throwing a ton of money for a few years there at just churning out movies and things like that. And he had a second film that he was going to make with them, and they pulled the plug. And so, you know, it's not all rosy at Netflix, I will say that. But good for them for knowing that animation is hot. I mean, that's really what it's all about. Is they know
it's like they noticed the downfall of the other companies and popped in right when they knew that people are gonna be fiending for it either way, and they're not pulling through. So Netflix was like, well, hold my beer.
And to be fair, like Klaus, Netflix paid for. It was it was an original, Netflix original. These movies are now acquired. You know, that's a business model that they shifted to, is we'll wait for Sony to make K-pop Demon Hunters, and then we'll make a deal with them at a certain point. I don't know at what.
I don't know if all of them are acquired, but it doesn't talk about it. But I'm like, is In Your Dreams original to them?
I know that. What was the one we were just talking about? Gendy's film, Fixed. That's already been released. Or no, it.
No, it hasn't.
It didn't get. It came out at Annecy. I'm sorry. It came out at Annecy. Has not been released. But no, that was not being made for Netflix by Netflix money. They acquired it.
I do think BoJack Horseman's movie is long story short, because the BoJack Horseman was a Netflix series. So I do think that was for Netflix. And then I wonder about the In Your Dreams.
Yeah, In Your Dreams. I don't know either. Who put that out? In Your Dreams. Frames. Yeah, this is fun. Where do you find that?
This is journalism. Anyways, it's the 4th of July, and as it is my future self that will be uploading this on the 4th of July because I never get a day off. I need to go hit the lake and drink a cocktail, and I'm speaking to her, Ans Get Out There. The UV is probably 10, and it's calling your name.
Honestly, I don't think you need to tell Ans this. She'll do it anyway. But
this is so true. I probably have a cocktail in my hand. Do you? Do you?
Do you? Tell us.
Yeah. Anyways, got to go. Love ya.
Love ya.
Yes.
If you like what you just saw, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, Pencilish Studios.